Hello Spartans, welcome back. In my last video about Doom Eternal, I talked about some lore about the franchise. Yeah, what a surprise. Who knew? I talked about the topic surrounding the Doom Slayer's name, but because of the complexity of the topic, that being the fact that the Doom Slayer or Doomguy has canonically 4 different names, I talked about the story and lore of the Doom franchise and how it is perceived by the community. The vast majority of the Doom community likes the direction the Doom franchise has taken and where the story and lore is headed. And there are a lot of people that do not. And you know what? That is completely fine. Everything is subjective. I might love the color black and you might hate it. You might love the new movie trailer for Monster Hunter and I might completely hate it. No, for real. How was this even approved? This is not even Monster Hunter, bro, what? And you might like or dislike the story of Doom, and that is completely acceptable, brother. What it is not acceptable is making really long bad takes on Reddit, forums and whatever, talking about why the story of Doom sucks so bad, and how it is possible that a franchise nearly 30 years old has next to no story, then complain that Doom should not have a story at all. A ver, wey, decídete. ¿Sí o no? No chingues. But you want to know what's unacceptable even more? That 70% of my daily viewers are not subscribed. So if you like videos like this one, love Doom, want to know everything about the franchise like DLC content and new lore, consider subscribing, click the bell to get all notifications on newer videos and leave a huge like. Thanks for the support and enjoy the video. Now, getting back into the main topic, I have also seen several people compare the story and lore of Warhammer 40k to the one of the Doom franchise. Warhammer 40k was published for the first time all the way back in 1987, and Doom was published back in 1993, making Warhammer 40k 6 years older than Doom. Yet, Warhammer 40k has vastly expanded its lore with the release of more books, novels, different tabletop editions, games, trailers, and even fan-made cinematics. Paul Anderson even tried to get the rights of Warhammer 40k to make a damn movie, yet the Games Workshop, being Games Workshop, declined that offer. And that movie came to be the Event Horizon, which is basically humans meeting the warp for the first time. Go watch it, it's a very good movie in my opinion, I like it a lot. The lore of Warhammer 40k is so goddamn big that Lutin made a 3-part, 5-hour-long video series about the history of one character of the 41st millennium, that being the Emperor of Mankind. Actually, now that we are in topic, who would win on a death fight? The Emperor of Mankind or the Doom Slayer? If this video reaches 10,000 likes, I'll make that hour-long video because Warhammer 40k stuff, so leave a like right now. Now, the story and lore of Doom being compared to the one from Warhammer 40k is just the tip of the iceberg. They also compared the lore of Doom to games like Halo, Gears of War, Dark Souls, etc. And I can understand why. Halo was released back in 2001, yet its lore is so expansive, dark and complex that it has skyrocketed channels like Hidden Xperia and Halo Follower. The story and lore of Doom is but a fraction compared to the one from Halo, which has expanded its lore with multiple games, comics, movie series, books, and novels. Gears of War was released back in 2006, and it gets basically the same treatment. Multiple games, all driven by story, multiple novels and books to expand the lore even more and fill all of the gaps in the plot. And Dark Souls? Well, what can you say? It's Dark Souls. It was released back in 2011 and its last game was released in 2016. 3 games in the span of 5 years, yet its lore is 1,000 times greater than the one of Doom, and 1,000 times more confusing. For the people that say that the lore in Doom makes no sense and it sucks, nothing makes sense in Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro, whatever. Yet its lore is so compelling and interesting, and if it wasn't for VadiVidia, no one in this planet would know what the hell is happening in Dark Souls. Yet, The game and the story is fantastic. The point I'm trying to make here is that while Doom was released way before all of these franchises I've mentioned, for the exception of Warhammer 40k, since day one, id Software didn't want Doom to have a story. Since day one, all they wanted was for Doom to be a video game. A mindless shooter where you circle strafe very big demons with big guns. A video game experience where you can feel powerful as hell and get motivated to go and lift some damn weights. That's Doom for you, and it's still like that in this day and age. Doom Eternal, at its core, is a video game, and Hugo Martin has said that multiple times. We want to create an awesome FPS experience. That's why the gameplay is so arcadey, yet the lore is very dark and deep. As I always say, gameplay mechanics will always differ from the lore. Always. The gameplay of a video game doesn't dictate how the story and lore is going to be, and that applies to basically everything. In the lore, Kratos can move to the speed of sound, but in the video game he cannot. Master Chief can run up to 60 miles per hour, but in the game he can't. The Doomslayer can solo a Titan with his fists, but in Doom Eternal it takes several punches to kill a damn zombie. Gameplay and lore are two very different things. It's fine if you do not like the story, it's your choice, but saying that Doom does not need a story and should not have it is a plain bad take. Doom is a power fantasy. It is an experience that it's supposed to make you feel like an unstoppable god, the bane of hell itself, the Hellwalker, the boogeyman of the demons. In the gameplay side of things, the game makes a fantastic job. You run very fast and deal a ton of damage even faster. You kill creatures that are 3 times taller than you, and do that with a single punch, glory kills. The story is there for 2 very simple reasons. 1. To give the player an objective, stop the demon invasion on Earth by killing the priests and angels. And 2. To enhance the power fantasy experience with the story and lore. The story of Doom focuses a lot on the Doomslayer, mainly on how and why he is so feared. Once a mortal man, he proved his worth to become an immortal god. Even in his mortal form, the demons have no chance against him. By knowing that, the experience is now enhanced, and it makes you feel even more unstoppable and powerful. Even in the original Doom games, where nothing was explained, the setting was already interesting enough for an expansion. The game was screaming for an expansion in lore and story. Imagine if Warhammer 40k didn't have a story. Oh, look at this Boss Lightyear looking soldiers fighting these green big fat creatures, or these giant insects, or these red monsters. That is lame. Now, add a little bit of lore into it. Look at these human demigods. If they can still be considered humans, they are humanity's best. They went through the deadliest trials to become an Astartes, a space marine. They fight against the orcs, creatures that know only war, the Tyranids, a plague that can destroy and consume whole planets in no time, and against the daemons of the Materium, monsters that seek the destruction of the whole universe. That is badass. I took a very interesting game or topic and enhanced it with story and lore. That's at least how I see it. The story of Doom is just 4 years old. I would even say that it is 7 months old, as Doom 2016 just cemented, built and constructed the basis of the story and nothing more. Doom Eternal is the first Doom game that has truly explored its universe, and it's only up from here. Ancient Gods Part 1 comes out in 6 days, and that will expand the lore even more. Also, Halo, Gears of War, Warhammer 40k are franchises that have expanded its lore with novels and books. They intended to expand the lore with books, novels, series, movies and whatever. Doom has not. Doom has never had a chance to expand the lore with novels, comics, books, whatever. Doom has only expanded its lore with more games, because that's the mindset of its software, or that was the mindset of its software back in the 90s. In this day and age, that might be different. If id Software ever released a novel for Doom story, continuing the story of Doom Eternal, or tying up plot points like what happened between Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, I would buy it. I mean, more story for Doom, or more story for Halo, or Warhammer 40k. I mean, I love sci-fi story to know. I love fantasy. I have lots of fantasy books, so I love it so much. It's not only for Doom, I love a lot of franchises, but in today's video I'm talking about Doom, so that is why I'm very focused on it. But anyway, Spartans, thanks for watching. And so, okay, Spartans, please let me know what you think about this video down in the comments section. Leave a like if you did, and a dislike if you disliked it. It is completely fine. Thanks to all of my patrons that made this video possible, and links to all of my social accounts will be down below. Thanks for watching and have an awesome Wednesday. Adios. Bye.